The chosen one. Mark your calendars immediately. Heaven. Did the skies move? The divine's calendar has been altered. There is a day that shines in the spiritual world, a moment engraved by the Creator's will, rather than penned by human hands. This date has your name next to it, and heaven has surrounded it with purpose, favor, and irresistible breakthrough. This isn't simply another day approaching. This is a heavenly appointment with destiny. You're not simply waiting for anything random to happen. You are following a holy chronology that was predetermined long before you were born. And now the scheduled period is approaching. The chosen one. Stay to the finish of this video because your energy, presence, and agreement with this divine message are more important than ever before. The words you're about to hear are not coincidental. If you discovered this message, it was delivered straight to your soul from heaven. And while you listen, allow your energy to increase along with the frequency of trust. And before we go further into this insight, take a precious minute to activate this energy by penning your heartfelt intentions. In addition, the remarks include the numeral 777. This is how we energize the cosmos and demonstrate to God and the heavens that we are aligned, expecting, and prepared for fulfillment. Now, choose one like this video. Subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and pay careful attention. You are not late, and you did not miss your season. On the contrary, you are exactly on time. In truth, heaven has been watching you through the delays, rejections, and silent seasons. But you didn't realize that divine alignment was taking place even when you were motionless. The components were moving. While you were wondering why there was stillness, the wheels of favor were working. God has planned a day for your advancement. And now that day has been set. The chosen one. Your time has been recorded in the Spirit. And no power in hell or on earth can reverse what God has decreed. This explains why you've been experiencing an inner stirring. It is not anxiousness. It is not confusion. It's a spiritual movement. It's the echoes of a holy calendar event approaching closer. You may not see it with your physical eyes yet, but your spirit feels it. Your intuition is picking up on the preparations. Don't dismiss this important knowledge. It's a signal. It's a vibe from God urging you to get ready. You have gone through the valley long enough. You've sobbed alone for too many nights. You've seen others rise while you stayed in the shadows. But it wasn't your ending. It was your preparation for the day. Heaven has already marked you. Every minute you were neglected. Whenever you felt forgotten. Each prayer you uttered into the solitude. Everything has been accounted for. Nothing went to waste. The skies see your tears, and the divine hears your cry. You did not miss your miracle. It has been waiting until its assigned time. And now the hour is near. Heaven does not make errors. The highest authority has assigned you the moment you've been waiting for. It has been inscribed in holy ink, gloriously marked, scheduled with heavenly purpose. There's a reason why certain doors wouldn't open previously. There's a reason why you have to wait. Heaven never intended you to go through a gift that was not completely yours. God did not want to make you a promise that someone else still held the keys to. You required the precise moment. You needed the alignment to be correct. And now it is. This will be unlike anything you've ever encountered. This is not a minor improvement. This is a life-changing experience. A heavenly recalibration. A miraculous breakthrough that will impact every aspect of your life. Your wealth, your health, your influence, your relationships, and your future. When this time occurs, there will be no need to push anything. It will flow. It will click. You will know in your spirit. This is the day. Heaven has marked me. And here's what you should comprehend. Your preparedness equals your consent. God will not send you into this new chapter unprepared. Everything you've gone through, the conflicts, the betrayals, the quiet, the losses, has prepared you for what is ahead. The waiting was not punishment. It was a training session. It was about discipline. It was divine. Set up. You're about to walk into a prize. This is really important. Your previous hardships will now make sense. You'll say, that is why I had to go through all that. This is what it was used for. You are becoming more confident, selected one. A bravery that stems not from ego, but from realizing you're beginning to feel it. is peaceful certainty that your name is being uttered in chambers you've never been, that your fate is being inscribed into the calendar of kings and queens, and that heaven has already authorized what man has been attempting to postpone. So mark your calendar in order to choose a day. And by faith, write it down even if you're not sure what will happen. Believe that heaven knows. Trust that God has picked that particular day for something big to happen. It may not be the ultimate prize, but it will provide a clear indication. It will be a change, a sign, and a supernatural confirmation that you are on track with heaven's plan. You're not alone in this. The whole cosmos is moving in sync with this holy occurrence. The angels are preparing things behind the scenes. People are prepared to assist you. Opportunities are being reserved for your arrival. Money is being diverted to your way, and benefits are piling up, waiting for the gate of time to open. And now that we're so near to a breakthrough, you must safeguard your atmosphere like never before. Be aware of distractions. Maintain your energy. Say no to everything that does not seem right. This is not the time to enjoy low vibrations or hectic situations. This is the moment to be quiet, listen, and prepare. Something precious is on its way, and it will bear your name. Remember this. What God has branded is approbation. No opponent can remove what heaven has written. Unmasking is impossible for humans. You may not have seen the calendar in the spiritual sphere, but it has been seen by all celestial authorities. Your moment is approaching, and it will seem as if fate has strolled through your door. This isn't about luck. It's about timing. Divine holy time, selected one. Your moment is near. You are not designed to be average. There is nothing typical about your path. That's why your timeline has never resembled anybody else's. You have had to learn things in quiet. You've had to grow in the darkness. You've had to fight unseen conflicts while maintaining a positive attitude. But in reality, heaven was purposefully noting each sacrifice, tear, and moment of sorrow. The world did not see it, but God did. More potent than human acknowledgement is heavenly validation. Heaven validated you long ago. The date was stamped well before the adversary attempted to distract you. And now you are ready to enter what has always belonged to you, the chosen one. Do not second-guess what your soul already understands. You've been sensing a change for weeks now. Time feels different. The air feels electric. It is not your imagination. That is the hallmark of fate, moving closer. This is not anything external, attempting to catch your attention. This is a spiritual alignment occurring on the timetable of heaven, and your life's chronology is blending. And when the two come together, miracles happen. Everything that was previously held up will be disclosed. Everything that was before obstructed will suddenly burst open. You're not just going toward a blessing. You are entering a prophetic moment, a predetermined time when heaven has chosen to disclose the full extent of your calling. You are not waiting for a favor. You are the favor. You are the manifestation of God's promise. That's why the adversary tried so hard to discourage you. Because if you ever comprehended the immensity of what is ahead, you would have no doubt that you would be prepared. And that is what this message is about. Preparedness, not fear or concern, but brave, heavenly readiness. You're not being warned. You are being prepared. You're not being rushed. You're being positioned. You're not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for heaven to deliver what has been planned in your favor. Marking your calendar is more than just a symbolic act. It is a prophetic deed. When you physically put down a date and declare, "I believe something divine will happen on this day," you enter into a deal with heaven. You have brave faith. You link your energy with expectations. And this is the formula for manifestation. When you say that you believe, really believe, that a change is coming, the cosmos starts reacting to your assurance. The chosen one. This is your opportunity to believe courageously again. This is your opportunity to restore your optimism, passion, and vision. God's promises to you have no expiry date. The only expiry date is from your previous season. You're in it right now. It's going to expire. The wildness is losing its hold. The shadows are losing authority. The drought is being broken. Even your physical world may start to mirror this spiritual movement. You may notice that things finish suddenly. People leave your life without a cause. Plans are being scrapped. Doors that were promising were abruptly closed. Don't panic. This is not a rejection. This is a redirection. It is bliss, creating room for something more precise, divine, and wonderful. The reality is you outgrew your previous season. You no longer belonged in a place where no one believed in you. You no longer respond to vibrations associated with fear, lack, or settling. Your energy has moved higher, and heaven has reacted. Heaven has marked a date and said that this is when they will advance to the next level. The next level is not just a destination. It is an enhancement of one's individuality. You are becoming who you were always intended to be. And as you advance, certain things will slip away. Let them. Allow it to slip away without struggle. What's leaving is not stolen. It is being replaced. Your spirit is not breaking. It is your restrictions. And what's changing is not anarchy. This is heavenly alignment. This is not a random calendar date. It's wonderful timing, arriving like a tsunami. It represents the culmination of your prayers, perseverance, and preparation. Heaven is saying, "Oh, we saw all of your efforts. We listened to every appeal. Now it is time to answer." But don't expect the public to comprehend that this is between you and the divine. This is a secret shared between your soul and the supernatural. You went past a fire without smelling smoke. You've sat in solitude and learned things that most people never understand. You've seen doors crash shut, only to find they were the wrong ones. And now you're waiting for the correct one to open. The one heaven has kept safe especially for you. The chosen one. Don't try to diminish yourself right now. This is the hour to stretch, rise, and fully embrace your value. Do not wait for permission. You've already got heavenly approval. Do not wait for applause. You already have heavenly support. What's coming is not tiny. It is not something you should plead for. It will find you because it is already searching for you. You are being called to a new level. Not invited. Summoned? Appointed. And when heaven beckons, you do not hesitate. You don't wait. You stride fearlessly towards it. You prepare your heart. You purify your energy. You let go of outdated attitudes. Because the you that is going to emerge is not the same as the you that has survived. This is the you that flourishes. This is the you who knows. This is the you who exudes heavenly confidence. So yeah, mark your calendar. Don't do it lightly. Do it with respect. Do it with belief. Do it as if you are aware that you are on heaven's timetable. Choose a day. Make it bold. Set your trust on it. Then, each morning until that day, wake up and say, "I'm getting closer to what I already have." Because this is the secret. It is already yours. Blessing, breakthrough, and plenty. It is not being produced. It's already been made. It is waiting in the unseen, ready for delivery. The moment your heart, energy, and faith line up with the heavenly calendar, it's no longer about effort. It's all about alignment. It is not about chasing. It is about attraction. This is the shift. This is the wisdom of a new season. You do not need to beg for what has been promised. Simply stand in expectancy, which is strong. It is magnetic. It brings the supernatural into the normal. It brings the invisible into view. The chosen one. Everything's going to change. There will come a day when you will look back and say, "This is the day everything changed." Struggles, questions, and waiting. And everything had a purpose. But the waiting period is gone. The specified day is approaching. Get ready, because everything heaven has planned for you is on time. You've been standing at the brink for quite some time, wondering when the signal would come. You have walked in obedience. You've moved silently. Most people will never comprehend how much you have given up. But you didn't do all this for nothing. Every step you've made comes with a magnificent reward. And now heaven has verified the release. The delay was not a rejection. The quiet did not indicate carelessness. It was all about time. Perfect, excellent strategic timing. You see, when heaven arranges anything for you, it does not need human approval. It does not need public approval. It does not need applause. What's to come stands between you and your destiny. This is not about recognition. It is about revelation. You're about to enter a realm where things begin to make sense, not because the world explains them, but because the Spirit affirms them. There's a knowing growing inside you, a firm assurance. It is based on what your spiritual eyes sense rather than what your physical eyes perceive. That knowledge indicates that your spirit has already heard the message. Your spirit has already seen the future, and your body is now catching up. That's why you feel compelled to prepare. That's why your routine is changing. Your appetite is shifting. Your energy is recalibrating. Everything is a response to what is coming and what is coming. Chosen One is more than merely a breakthrough. It is a heavenly unfolding. This is the moment when what has been concealed is exposed. What had previously been protected is now released. What was promised becomes reality. The heavenly timetable has settled into place. The countdown has started. And when that hallowed day approaches, events will speed without warning. People will look at you and marvel how everything happened so fast. They'll believe it happened suddenly. They will make the call overnight. But you will know the truth. You'll recall the nights you shouted out in faith. You will recall the sacrifices made in secret. You'll remember the effort you put in while no one was looking. This moment does not surprise your soul. It represents a return on your spiritual investment. This is why it's critical to be spiritually attentive right now. Distractions are loudest just before the breakthrough. When you're on the verge of enlightenment, chaos does its best to divert your attention. Avoid falling back into previous routines. Don't let transient loudness deprive you of lasting change. Your attention is important and must be cherished like a gem, because what you concentrate on right now impacts how soon you enter what has already been designated for you. When heaven decides to move, God is not confused. It's because alignment has been reached. You have outgrown your former season, and heaven appreciates your character development. You have fostered patience and awakened faith. You're not the same person you were before. As a result, you no longer meet the requirements for your previous position. This new chapter is different. It doesn't resemble the previous one. It does not sound like the last one. It does not have the same vigor. That is why the old you had to die. That is why the past cannot follow you here. This season necessitates a fresh stance, a higher standard, and a sharper concentration. It demands that you walk as if you believe. Speak as if you believe. Move as you believe. Because believing serves as the connection. Faith is what activates. Heaven has already marked the date. However, your belief is what opens the door. You must remember that time is not an adversary. Time has been your servant. Time has organized what you could not see. Time has matured. The blessing shapes the opportunity. Prepare the people who will accompany you. And when the fullness of time intersects the fullness of you, when heaven's timetable conflicts with your preparation, miracles cannot be stopped. You are standing in that queue right now. The barrier between what was and what will be is thin. One choice, one move, and one courageous proclamation may set everything in motion. And once it begins, nothing will be the same again. People you haven't met yet are going to enter your life on purpose. Surprising conversations will lead you down unexpected pathways. Contracts, opportunities, and financial release will arrive not via strife, but by divine timing. You'll glance around and understand that the holy calendar is more than just an idea. It's a reality. This is why you must wake up with anticipation every day. Wake up as if the miracle has already occurred. Speak as if you have already been promoted. Move as if heaven were opening doors in real time. Because it is. You aren't waiting for something heavenly. The divine is waiting for you to completely align.